Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. Welcome to this monthly reading for the month of April. This is going to be your look ahead into the month. If you're watching this when the month has already begun, welcome to April. Virgo, I'm sensing for you that you're going to be generous and prosperous. It's going to be about your physical reality this month, that's for sure. Let's look at your Celtic cross reading and find out a little bit more. For the sign of Virgo, this is the Astromatrix tarot cards, by the way, looking at your recent past, looking at your current position, what's challenging you, on your mind, what is in your subconscious, maybe you're suppressing this energy, your near future, the Three of Swords, your external energy, your internal energy, your hopes and your fears, and your final outcome. Virgo, I'm going to use the Priestess of Light Oracle cards to see if we can give a good overview message for you with an oracle card. So for the sign of Virgo, Earth sign Virgo, we have opening the heart, opening heart, deep connections, water blessings. This is card number 11, and it is definitely about your cup energy, your water energy, your emotions. It's feeling things very deeply. It's definitely being blessed. I love that the ocean is behind this person. They're holding their hand to their heart. Everything that they do is because it feels right. And this ocean of emotion behind them, they feel things very deeply. They're connecting by the way that they feel about things. So definitely a little different than your earth placement. Your earth placement, Virgo, this is your sun sign. It's definitely about the way that you show the world who you are, is your physical reality. But maybe you've got a water sign as your rising or your moon energy, and that can affect your whole personality. So I would venture to say that this Virgo, whoever's watching this reading, that will resonate the most will probably have a water placement somewhere in their chart as well, prominently. So opening heart, beautiful message for this reading. Starting back at your recent past with the Seven of Wands. This is all about boundaries. This is all about feeling the need to have boundaries. Now that poses a different kind of a situation, because you wouldn't have to put up boundaries if people weren't trying to cross them, right? So the only time that you really need to be firm and clear about, hey, you can't cross this line, is because people have been crossing that line. So you finally felt the need to say, whoa, you need to back up, and you need to, you started putting your rules out there. You started laying down the boundary lines for people to not cross any further. So as you began April, you found yourself in the position of, I need to have very clear, firm boundaries. And this is wands, this is fire. So my gut instinct is saying that this has something to do with work. Work either was piling up, people were starting to put things on your desk that didn't belong there. You needed to be very firm and very clear that, listen, this is my role in this organization. I am not going to take everybody's, crap work and be everybody's workhorse. That's not me. So maybe that's something to do, or it was something to do with your creative skills, abilities, or your profession in general. So wand energy is very fiery and very spark oriented and creative or professional. Your current energy is Four of Cups. Four of Cups is reevaluation. I think you had this in last week's reading. So I find this really interesting that it keeps showing up, but this is, I'm reevaluating. I don't know how I feel about things right now. I know that there are these 3 cups up in front of me, but this person, this could be you, Virgo, seated up against a tree, which is very earthy. I'm getting this grounded energy from you, that you know how to bring yourself back into a state of balance. But in your emotional energy, you are kind of hesitant, non excitable, and this hand of the divine is presenting an emotional opportunity to you. And it just feels to me like you've got your headphones on, you're not hearing it, you've got your eyes closed, and you're not seeing it. Your body language is closed off because I'm not even feeling it. So it's like no, no energy with everything in you. But because it's the hand of the divine, I almost get the sense that you could be open to it if you would just open your body, your eyes, your ears, your heart. So there's something there. Your current energy, you're on the fence. You know what I mean? What's challenging that? The Queen of Wands. Going back to that wand energy, that fiery, sparky, passionate, driven, definitely could do with your profession, your work orientation, and also, romantic. Wands are fire, and that can be your romantic energy. So your libido, your intimacy life. And the Queen of Wands is challenging your little kind of stick in the mud energy, that 4 of Cups energy, the reevaluation. I'm not sure about things right now. Here comes the Queen of Wands, and it feels like a challenge, as in the Queen of Wands. Look at, is this a match? The Queen of Wands as a match to the 4 of Cups? No. A Queen of Wands could take the 4 of Cups any day, all day, because the Queen of Wands says, buck up. Come on now, get out of this rut. What are you doing? Let's feel things. Let's do things. Let's taste things. Let's go to parties. Let's dance. Let's shimmy. Let's walk into a party and make everybody stare at us. The Queen of Wands is like a very drop dead beautiful queen. Smells good, feels good, gives warm hugs, shakes it, makes it. They probably got, money in the bank, food on the table, and it feels luxurious. It feels like the Queen of Wands lives the life of luxury. It's very fire energy. It's Aries energy, for one thing. Leo, Sagittarius energy. Queen of Wands can embody all those signs. Definitely about living the good life, driving the nice cars, having the nice things at home, the nice clothes, the nice perfume, all those lovely, sensual items, anything that makes them feel good. The Queen of Wands is about it. So I love that this is challenging that blasé energy of the 4 of Cups. The Queen of Wands steps up and says, come on, you gotta shake that off. You gotta be with it. Let's go. It's spring. The sun is out. It's warmer. Let's go. So challenging the 4 of Cups. What's on your mind? It's that, should I stay or should I go? We've got more wand energy. So Virgo, there is a lot of passion pursuit on your mind. Especially here with the 2 of Wands, there is a decision to make. There is a, should I stay or should I go? Should I be where I'm comfortable? Maybe it is that job scenario that I keep coming back to because of all this wand energy, but maybe in your professional life, you're comfortable, you're cozy, you're secure, but something's calling to you. Something's calling and making you itch for opportunities, for what are you passionate about? You can go to this 9 to 5 and you can do this job, but what you want is a career. What you want is what gets you lit up, what lights your fire, what makes you want to go do it every day. And I don't think right now, I don't think you're feeling like you want to go to your job every day. So you have this indecision, you have this push and pull energy on your mind. Definitely, if you wanted to go to that job, would you feel like you had to lay down boundaries all the time? And would you be sitting up against a tree with your arms crossed, your earphones on, and your eyes closed? No, you would be all about it if it was something. And I think that's what the Queen of Wands is doing, is making you feel that there is more for you out there. So down in your subconscious, we have Temperance, major arcana attributed to the sign of Sagittarius. A Temperance energy is exactly the way it sounds. It's temperate. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. It is just right, and it's just the perfect ability for you to savor it. And it is attributed to Sagittarius, so it is that fiery energy, but this is more about balance, moderation, knowing when enough is enough and knowing when just right is just right. It's very Goldilocks energy for me, as far as the Goldilocks, ate the porridge that was just right, slept in the bed that was just right. It's not to this or that. So down in your subconscious, in the area that you might even be suppressing, it's that I need things to feel just right. I cannot have this blasé energy. I think, Virgo, you are such a methodical, analytical, dedicated person, that to be in this state of indecision or closed off, or that's just not you. And I think you really do. You resonate with this Queen of Wands because I think you want to feel that earth energy and you want to feel that fire within you. We all have all the elements inside of us. And I think you really want to come alive, which is what the Queen of Wands is doing to this Four of Cups. So that's why, this energy is challenging. In the future, we have the Three of Swords. Now, this is heartbreak energy. This doesn't necessarily mean that your future is going to have nothing but heartbreak, but what it does mean is that you could be thinking about heartbreak. In the future, you definitely could be considering that something was painful. Something made it feel like it broke your heart. Something brought you back into the past and made you remember when you went through a painful cycle before, or something along those lines. This is sword energy, so this is about our thoughts. It does get attributed to third party energy, where that could be considering that there's you, your partner, and an extra wheel somewhere. It could be a parent, could be a sibling, could be a third romantic partner that you didn't know about. This is all possibilities, and this is a collective reading, so this cannot be dialed into any one specific person. But in the future, the Three of Swords is here, and I'm just giving you all the different connotations because you might feel that it fits one or the other. But this definitely does have to do with mental heartbreak, remembering pain from the past. So keep that in mind. Your environment, your energy of the exterior environment is the Three of Pentacles. Now, this is about workplace energy because it just speaks to building and working together and collaborating and growing something. It can also be, possibly you have reached out and found other opportunities for yourself. And this is, we want you, Virgo. We want you to be a part of our team. We want to work with you. We want to grow with you. We want your ideas. We want your transformative energy. You know what I mean? So let's entertain the idea that this energy is in your environment because it is a new job offer. And maybe that's why you're seated up against your tree, not wanting to hear or feel anything because you're making up your mind. I mean, I said reevaluation. You're evaluating how you feel about a lot of things. Your Queen of Wands, she wants to dance till the sun comes up. So energetically, professionally, you are craving stimulation and you want to be vibrating at that higher frequency. You're definitely thinking about comfort zone versus the wild unknown. And if you did decide the wild unknown, as far as something that you didn't know about yet, here comes this offer, this opportunity. We want to work with you. We want you to be on our team. We want you to be a part of our business, something like that. So your environment is 3 of Pentacles. People, places, things that want you to be a part of what they're doing. Your energy about that is the Hanged One. Now, this is Pisces. You remember earlier I said you could have water energy in your chart. Well, we definitely had that opening heart oracle card at the beginning, and the Hanged One is the major arcana attributed to the sign of Pisces. So if you've got Pisces in your chart, this reading might really be hitting home. But the Hanged One is about a shift in your perspective. It's about going upside down, maybe physically, literally, or figuratively, just so that you can change your perspective, to see things from a different angle, to open your mind. Look at this lovely lit crown chakra. This illumination is just very indicative of opening your mind, of expanding your consciousness to embrace ideas and concepts that you might not ordinarily embrace. So be open. Now, this is not a forever position that you're taking in order to see things from new perspectives. It's temporary. This person's foot is tied to the tree by just one foot. The other foot's free. The hands are free. You're not stuck here. You're here just in order to see things until you feel like your consciousness has expanded to open-mindedness. Your hopes and your fears. The 9 of Wands. You started off the reading in your recent past with the 7, which is boundaries. And then here you are in your hopes and fears. And what I just got, the image or the message that came to my consciousness was that this is a hope and fear for you, because you are the wounded warrior. You've been through some shit. You've been through the war, but you may be down. You're not out. This is a hope and a fear. We all have that fear that we'll have to fight the good fight and we'll have to keep fighting. And it's that Michael Jackson song, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. So don't stop until you get that victory, that win, and you're going to keep going for it. The 9 of Wands is definitely, you've still got a little fight left in you, but you also fear that, because God, how much do I have to fight in my life? Why am I always having to fight for everything? I just want to be able sometimes to have some smooth sailing. But I know everybody has their own theories about life and what it's about. This definitely is a hope and a fear. My hope is that I will stand strong through whatever comes my way. But my fear is, God dang it, I've had enough. Do I always have to fight for everything? So I guess, look at it from either perspective. It's a valid hope, it's a valid fear, and it's here in your reading for the month of April. Final outcome for the sign of Virgo for the month of April is 4 of Pentacles. This guy is showing up in most everybody's reading so far, so there must be some theme about the month of April and a sense of frugality, a sense of self-preservation, a sense of keep your cards close to your chest. Don't show your full hand to everybody. That is, I've been giving kind of different perspectives for everybody's reading based on the energy of the reading. For you, Virgo, I'm really getting that is, don't show your cards yet. Don't play your hand. Don't walk into your old workplace talking about the new workplace that you've gotten an offer to, because you need to play your cards very carefully right now. You need to make sure that you don't cut off your nose to spite your face. You don't want to ruin everything in your old workplace before you start your new, something along those lines. It's very much your physical reality. It's very much to do with your finances, your health, your wealth, your money, your time. So I want you to just be very careful in the month of April. And I know you're a Virgo. I'm not preaching to I am preaching to the choir by saying, just to be mindful, but you already know that. So I don't have to share that with you. I think it's interesting that you have in your external environment energy is the 3 of Pentacles, and then you have your final outcome being the 4. So you stepping up a little bit of a peg, and you're just needing to be very careful and watch how you spend your money. You definitely have your mind on your money and your money on your mind, and you're definitely standing on business. You're going to make sure that the deal is sweet before you step out of the old deal. You're going to make sure that your feet are always going to be on solid ground no matter what. This is your reading, Virgo, for the month of April. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. It's a pleasure to do the readings for you. And if you need a personal reading or you're interested, my contact email is down below. It would be wonderful to work with you. Be blessed and be well.